It's something I haven't recorded in that way, but I've been working with orchestral musicians since 1968. It was the first time I worked with a very small orchestra, a string quartet, but we double-tracked them, so we had sounded like more people playing. So my relationship with orchestral music goes back a long way, and I've used orchestral musicians on many Jethro Tull records over the years. But to record a live concert, it was the first time we worked with an orchestra to record it. But during the last 4 years, I've done quite a few orchestral concerts. This was just the time to make a record, to record it for posterity. So. And it's always difficult when you decide we will record the show on the 10th of December 2004. Then you have to make that plan many weeks before, because you have to get the permissions of the venue, you have to book the musicians, you have to do the production not only of the concert but also getting the cameraman, the audio recorded. It's something you have to plan. You commit yourself to that show. And of course, when you've done it, you always think, damn, we should have recorded last night or the night afterwards. You always think, oh, we picked the wrong night. It was better yesterday, or it will be better tomorrow. That's always going to happen whenever you record any live thing. So it's always a lot of pressure on the day when you make that decision and you're going to record at that particular place, and everybody is very nervous. The orchestra, the musicians, we go to perform to the audience, but in our heads we're thinking, damn, there are cameras here, there's someone is recording this, and you're a little bit more tense and not as relaxed as you would normally be. So it's always difficult working under those circumstances to combine live music with a recorded moment, which may not be the best one. There were, I'm sure, other concerts on that little tour where I think we all played better. But this is the one we got, and it's better than I thought it was going to be, because I'm always going to be critical of particularly my own performance, thinking I could have done that better. But it's okay, and it's live, and it's real, and it's the way it was. And I think looking at it, it's not the best performance, but it's a typical, real, live performance that I'm happy to be judged by. And somewhere you just have to say, okay, that's the best we could do on that day, and there are some little imperfections, but maybe I'm the only person who hears it. Maybe somebody else just think, why is he getting crazy about that? That sounds fine to me. I'm always going to hear those little things that aren't right. Anytime, any night. For me, there is no perfection. I know every night I go on stage, I will make 5, 7, 10 wrong notes. I will never play a perfect concert. I will always play some wrong notes. It's going to happen to me every night. I just have to accept that and try to make sure they're not the same wrong 5 notes as last night. I try and find a different 5 notes to play wrong. At least it keeps me interested. So there's no such thing as perfection. I'm never going to get a perfect concert where I think, wow, I was really, really great. What I will think is, I was really great for that 10 seconds. I was great. The next 20 seconds were... and then there's 5 seconds where I am really bad, terrible. So every concert, every song, it's not a... You can't just say it was all good or it was all bad. There are little moments within it when some great, wonderful, passionate, wonderful moments, and then something bad happens. And then you have to make yourself try that little harder, and you get back on track, get back on focus. It's like Michael Schumacher driving a race. The whole race is never perfect. There will be some moments where he nearly loses it. Some moments where he didn't quite get the line into a corner. Some moments where he braked a little too early or a little too late. The race is not perfect. The race is a series of brilliant moments and moments where it wasn't so good. But you look at the end result, he won the Grand Prix, so it was a great race. Even though there are moments in that race where you know he's going to be really angry with himself that he didn't quite get the car set up right for a corner. There's no such thing as a perfect race, except in the sense you win the race. And for me, there's no such thing as a perfect concert, except for the fact I get to the end of it and nobody asks for their money back. That's the equivalent of winning the Grand Prix.